What's going on, YouTube? So today we're going to be doing a quick install on the Rebel, and this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be adding some leveling links to the BDS suspension. These are the mic bits. If you're on the Facebook page, you'll know a lot of people install these on their Rebel. We're going to be adding it to the BDS kit because a lot of people think that just because you install the lift kit that it's going to be level, but it still has a natural rake to it. The front is still a little bit lower than the rear, so adding these bolts should bring the front up a little bit and make the truck level. So yeah, like I said before, these are the mic bits. They come from Shapeways. That is a 3D printed site because these are 3D printed leveling links. They look like they're pretty good quality, and honestly, they're really cheap. They were $35 or $30 each, so 60 bucks for the set. And I think you only need to install the front ones, even if you're not lifted. What I think you do is you install these in the front, and then you move the front ones to the rear. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back the truck up a little bit, get it on level ground, take some measurements for you, so then we can see just how much the level links brings it up. And then that should be it. Should be a quick and easy install. I'm going to document it for you guys, so if you do this, you shouldn't have any issues. Let's get to it. So the only tools you should need for this are 10mm ratchet or 10mm socket, another 10mm ratchet, and then just the leveling links themselves. Also, don't forget to put your truck into tire jack mode so it doesn't start self-leveling. There's two ways you can attack this install. You can use a heat gun and heat that up so it becomes pliable, and then you can remove it. This is really flimsy, so you want to really be careful not to break this arm. But yeah, that's the leveling link right there. What I'm going to do is just use the ratchet here, wrench here, back this out so I can remove it, so I can pull it out from the top, and then I'm going to heat it up so I can remove this hardware from the bottom, put this hardware back into the aftermarket one, reinstall, and then that should be it. Okay, so if you don't know how to get into tire jack mode, you go down here to apps, scroll over, settings, scroll down once, suspension, and then you can see right there, tire jack mode. You just want to check that, and then, oh, didn't check it, and there we go. It's good to do that because you don't want that suspension's trying to self-level itself when you have the leveling links off, because I don't know if it's going to do anything, but in my opinion, it might fuck shit up. So just do this. It's a 2-second step. Alrighty, let's take some measurements. Okay, now you got to remember, I'm on the BDS lift, so these measurements are definitely going to be higher than if you were to do this on a stock suspension Rebel. So let's take a quick measurement of the rear. Bottom of the fender. It's right on the money, 43 inches tall. Now for the front. .42 inches. So the rear sits a complete inch taller than the front. So hopefully these leveling links are going to bring up that front a whole inch, and we'll be sitting nice and level. Now let's jump into the install. Also, if you haven't noticed, the weather is super shit here today, so we're going to be racing against Mother Nature. So let's see if we can get this done. Okay, so we can see here, leveling links off. It takes, no lie, about 20 seconds to take it off. So we just have to transfer the stock hardware from this leveling link to the aftermarket one, reinstall, and that's it. So there we can see a little bit comparison. Those are the stock ones. And these are the aftermarket mic bits. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna throw these into the oven to bake a little bit, make them a little bit more pliable so it's easier to get this hardware back in there. You just gotta basically take this little piece and slide it right in there, but it's a pain in the ass if they're not hot. So that's what we're gonna do. Alrighty, so they're in there. It was definitely a pain in the ass getting these back in there. I baked them initially for 2 minutes at 230, or no, 3 minutes. It wasn't enough, so I threw them back in there for an additional 5 minutes. Then I threw some PB Blaster on there, used a rubber mallet, hit them in there, and that finally got them in. Honestly, that's probably going to be the hardest part. And there it is, everyone. The new leveling link is reinstalled. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, then turn the air ride and the truck back on, let it level out, take some measurements, and then that's about it. So the back is still at 43 inches. Let's see how much the front has changed. "43 inches. She is level, boys. So yeah, it brought the front up an entire inch, and I'm not too sure if you can kind of tell by the video here in the GoPro, but the truck is definitely level now. It's sitting perfectly level in my opinion. This looks a lot better than that slight rake it had from just installing. I think this is definitely a must if you're installing the lift kit. Spend the 60 bucks and get the leveling links for it. So you can kind of tell it's raining. I'm gonna hold off until it stops raining, and I'll take some measurements in off-road and entry mode as well. And then I'll also drive around and see if it made a difference in the ride quality. Okay, so in off-road mode, the back is at 44.5 inches. Now the front. Exact same, 44.5 inches. All right, now let's drop it and check out entry mode. Okay, so here we are in exit entry mode. 40 inches in the back. "40 inches, 100% level. So yep, these are, they're a good product. I'm going to be putting a link down in the description below if you want to order these kit links. Alrighty, so we're going for a quick little test drive now. So far, initial impressions, it doesn't really feel all that much different. I'm going to hit a speed bump here and tell if I can feel any difference. Yeah, it feels a little bit stiffer, probably because there's a little bit more nitrogen in the airbags now to raise it up. So that's kind of expected. You know, I wasn't expecting it to be as smooth. It's really not all that noticeable. You really got to be paying attention to try and notice a difference. The funny thing is even though it's only an inch taller in the front now, I could definitely tell it's been lifted up a little bit more. I can definitely feel that I'm sitting a little bit higher up. Like I said, it's only an inch, but it's funny that makes a difference in more than one way. Alright everyone, so I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate that. I'm almost at 200 subs, that's pretty cool. Stick around for more of the project. Later.